Let's get some coping skills. I think we all need some from etiquette coach Elaine Swann. Welcome to the show, Elaine. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm well. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Well, and you wrote a book on this subject called Let Crazy Be Crazy. So you have some definite intel about what's going on currently. Please, we need help. Share.
One of the things that I share in my book is to use authority figures to try to get what you want. One of the things we should avoid doing, and this is some of the things that we saw in the example here, is that we try to police other people. And oftentimes, if somebody leaves their house and they decide that they're going to behave badly in public, more often than not, they're not going to listen to anything you have to say. So utilize the authority figures that exist in order to get that person under control. We can't control them, but let the whether it's a store manager or a security person or even your local police to help you to deal with that individual. That's one of the best things to do initially.
Good tip. So what should we do when somebody starts really pushing our buttons?
Yeah, well, if someone starts to push our own buttons, one of the things that I recommend you do is put some space in between yourself and that individual. If they have nothing to fight with or no one to go up against, then you can simmer down that negative behavior.
And Dr. Lauren, I mean, this is a tactic you use all the time in psychology, right? If you're doing therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, if you see that sometimes you have to say,
take a time out. And I also think, during this time in our society that everybody's tensions are running so high, it's important that we keep ourselves safe. And in order to do that, sometimes we just got to get out, And I think, if you're in a store and something like this is happening in a grocery store, you can come back to the grocery store later on when everything is kind of dissipated a little bit.
And this next question, Elaine, I mean, something we're confronted with a lot during the pandemic, whether it be distancing or masks or vaccinations, whatever. How do you handle the people who are just impossible to reason with?
Stop talking. Save yourself some breath and stop talking. There are some individuals who have their mind absolutely made up. And when you recognize this, and you can tell this, it's through their body language, through their actions. When you see those eyes glaze over, and that's one of the first things I say in my book, when you see those eyes glaze over and you know that they're not listening, then you stop talking. Allow whatever you said to just permeate in their mind. You may have already shared some data and some information or whatever it is. Once you've gotten it out and once you've shared it, then just leave it alone, stop talking, and allow that person to process it on their own.
That's a trick, actually, that Dr. Phil showed me, and you are right on there. It works. So, great tips. Thank you so much, Elaine. All right, Dr. Lauren.
Thank you. I've been loving being here with you.
Well, it was a lot of fun and very informational.